This story is about a city. A city which is ancient, modern, progressive, and sometimes regressive, all at once. This is about Varanasi. I went here again in the auspicious month of Sawan to experience the mystical beauty of the atmosphere and to feel the Lord Shiva's divine presence. How do I define Varanasi? Rising sun on the banks of river Ganga, Bairagis strolling on the ghats, a fair of tourists across the city, beautiful mornings, the serene sound of bells coming from temples, and a great crematorium smoldering for centuries truly define the gist of the city. A city which has a whole vibe of its own. A city like no other. A city of faith, of music, and of ghats. Although I have been here before, I felt emotional after this trip, and it is an inexplicable feeling. This journey started from the early morning on the banks of river Ganga. There was an atrocious calmness in the morning, broken by the chirping of birds. The atmosphere along with ghats was gloomy and happy at the same time. Down the river were thousands of people washing in the holy waters and releasing prayer offerings with absolute focus and passion. On the other hand, at Manikarnika Ghat, there were families burning the bodies of their loved ones, seeking peace for them. On the banks of the Ganga, life and death play their parts with such poise and grace. As I float on the ghats of Varanasi, I realized that death is invariably a way of life in Varanasi. As the sun was rising, the city prepared for the morning aarti. The morning aarti is known as Subah-e-Banaras. Amidst the silence, slowly the chaos took over. This Mangal Aarti is the most mesmerizing thing in Varanasi. Beyond the ghats, the city has a different story to tell. The story of temples, the story of Kashi Vishwanath. The biggest virtue is to visit MAHADEV in the month of Sawan. No cameras or electronic items are allowed inside the temple. Walk in free-handed and enjoy the god and the crowd. Only a view of this Jyotirling produces an incredibly profound spiritual awakening. On the opposite bank of the river is situated the ancestral home of the Maharaja of Banaras. It has been the home of Kashi Naresh since the 18th century. My journey to this place will always be special. It doesn't matter whether you have spent a day or decade here. You can never forget its impact on you or your memories. This is the city where there is leisure and pause. Varanasi taught and explained a lot to me. I left from here leaving behind a piece of me. I left from here to come back again some other day.